We come from the land down under, where everything's trying to kill you, and the blokes can't ride dirt bikes to save their lives. Woo! Okay, who's for some log hopping? I figured consistency was my main good thing with the recent Enduro cross event. Consistently last place, that is. So we figured we'd build our own little tracks and keep our humiliation private instead of public. Seriously though, it's good having a little track to practice on. There's just so much stuff you can practice and little issues you can identify with your riding. So this guy's been hanging around the house but is dead now, so we tried to find a guy who's had herpes a lot. Pete said yes, so we've got our herpetologist making his first incision.
Fucking thing's tougher than I thought.
Mate, are you a qualified surgeon?
Yes. There we go. Looks like a toad.
Cane toads are poisonous, so that's what's killed the poor old bugger.
Okay,
then we set out a bigger enduro loop to test out Pete's new tyre pressure theory. Okay, first lap. Pete's got 24 front, 22 rear. And I can already tell you from our warm-up laps, he's bloody wheel spinning everywhere on the hill climbs. It seems there's been a bit of discussion lately about whether low tyre pressures are all they're cracked up to be for dirt riding. Everything was slippery as buggery because of that recent cyclone, so it seemed a bit crazy running 22 and 24 psi in his tyres.
First loop done there. It was pretty ragged, old and slow I felt. Washed out the front end, which I never normally do. It is wet and greasy. Get to the back end a lot. Braking feels good. Drive feels good when you're in a straight line, but anything sort of a bit tricky, it just fucking spins. Bad.
Okay, Pete's back to 11 psi, his normal pressure. I can see he's not locking up the rear wheel non-stop the way he was earlier. The idea was just to drop 2 psi at a time, but it was really hot weather and we were all feeling pretty tired, so Pete just went back to his usual 11, 12 psi. Yeah, that's good. He's not wheel spinning up there anymore. Pete's main problem though was being shown up by his wife. She's had a back injury and hasn't been on the bike for months. This was her first time out and she was cutting laps not that many seconds longer than his were. This whole thing about setting a loop and practicing it works really well. And we figure we're going to start doing this more often. It's really good being able to measure your times and actually see if you're doing better or not. And one of the big things was that when we actually relaxed and backed off the pace, the speed didn't drop at all. So for starters, that suggests that pacing yourself is going to have a massive effect on your times and energy conservation when riding. Damn it, sounds like we're just going to have to ride more, experiment with this stuff, and get back to you with some results.
3-minute lap.
3-minute lap? Woo!
That's pretty good, I can hear he's going.